Are you looking to upgrade your team or make some money selling coins? Check out mobilemaddencoins.com. They have coins on all platforms, and use code Ryan at the checkout for a 10% discount. So yes, as the title of the video says, we finally did it. I've been trying this ever since, I stopped playing Madden. When I took that break off of playing Madden, I would still come back on. I would still do drafts, try to get all the new best cards, see if we can get anything to play with, maybe, record some stuff. And that off chance that I would come back for this game, which I did, and I would never be able to get anything higher than an 86 overall. Like 86 was pretty much the highest I could get, and I had some really good drafts. I had almost an all-elite draft, only 86 overall, and just various, methods that I've been trying to do, which I'm going to speak about that here in a minute. But it's over. We finally did it. You're going to see it here near the end of the video. Just going to show you a couple of drafts I had during the day. And showing off the various methods. Well, pretty much only one method that I was seeing out there. Texas Boy was talking about it. I think Victionary came up with the idea where if you take the coach of the team with the best record, then you have a better draft. And I'm going to go ahead and test that theory out a little bit and talk a little bit about draft champions. So I do have like 10 farm accounts. I have a couple of my buddies that let me use their account to do some drafts. We do friend drafts and head-to-head drafts. The 88 overall draft that I get is actually in a head-to-head draft, so I might actually play a game or two with that and show you guys how the team plays being 88 overall, which is, like I said, the highest draft that I've personally seen. Saw a couple on YouTube of guys getting 88 overall, a lot of 87s, but very rarely do you see an 88 overall draft. So the first thing I try to do here, like I said, is use Vic's method of taking the best coach and the highest, overall record of that team. So right here, we're going to do it again. We're going to take Mike Zimmer. Of course, the Vikings, I think, went 11-5, and they definitely had the best record. I'm kind of sad because my Super Bowl pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers, at the beginning of the year, didn't really, pan out the way I thought. But a lot of injuries with them, a lot of, suspensions, of course, with Martavis Bryant. Like, get your head straight, man. Martavis Bryant, you're a beast. Like, you guys could have the best receiver, tandem in the entire world that's, NFL may have ever seen. Like, I'm probably taking that a little bit too serious, but I really like Antonio Brown. I think Antonio Brown's a beast. I think Marcus Wheaton is good, and I definitely think Martavis Bryant has a lot of potential there for, however many years Ben Roethlisberger has left. So get your head straight, man. Come back and play your ass off, because I really want to see that team in full force. But, yeah, this is just a couple of rounds, like I said, of me trying out the Vic method, taking the best overall coach, seeing what we could get, and I'm just showing some of the better rounds that I had. So we're just going to go ahead and skip a couple of them. But this one was kind of looking good, and then it kind of, just tampered off a little bit, and we got a couple of golds. It's never nice to see, just that basic flash right there showing you that you only got a gold. Sometimes elites do pop up. I think like 85 to 88 overalls will pop up if it does that. But more likely than not, you're just going to get all golds, and it's not fun. But entering into another draft here, we're going to go ahead and take... I think the Buffalo Bills had the best record. Rex Ryan is who we're going to take. Also, rest in peace, Buddy Ryan. You were a beast. I'm sure, Rex and Rob. I wanted to say Buddy. I don't know why, but I'm sure Rex and Rob are going to, coach their asses off this year and try to get the Bills to the playoffs. And, hopefully they do. My sister's a Bills fan. I would love to see them in the playoffs. But we lost a lot of, big legends in sports world the past couple of months. And two of those being Buddy Ryan and Pat Summitt. So definitely want to give my respects to them. But let's go ahead and talk about more of these drafts. And like I said, the Victionary method of taking the best coach, does it work? Just like the London method where you spam triangle to open up a pack. And of course, a lot of people probably won't know what I'm talking about, but some will if you're still around since Madden 13, where London would spam triangle over and over again, just hitting that button trying to get a better card to come out of his pack. Are they really methods that work? I don't really know. Probably not, but it's fun to just say they work, I guess, and see, what happens. I guess it's just kind of like a, what's the word that I'm trying to think of here? Like a superstition, I guess, like a, is something that I do that no one else does going to help me get a better draft or help me, get a better card out of my pack? It's just all superstitions. Like, for me, if I open up a pack, I try to spam, like, R2 and L2 to see if that'll give me a better card or something like that. I know it doesn't, but I like to make myself think it does, because when it actually happens, I'm like, oh, my method worked, let's go. But it's not really a thing, I don't think. I mean, because you're going to see here in a minute, like I said, I think this is the last draft that we do before we get into the 88 overall. And that draft, I didn't really have high hopes for it at the very beginning. But as it went on, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is starting to look really good. Like, am I going to get screwed at the end? Am I going to get all golds? I hope not. And it actually turned out pretty well. So this one we're at 84 overall, and I was hoping to try to get 2 elites there at the end, to at least try to get to an 87. Got to an 85, and we got Walter Payton, Larry Allen, and Rod Woodson. And I'm like, whatever, I'll just go ahead and take Larry Allen. And of course, the overall does not change, and we stay at an 85. So that was the last Friends draft that I could do, where I could just reset it. Now I was going to go ahead and do head-to-head drafts, where I go in, quit the game, and then draft. And this one was the first one I was going to do, and it ended up being the last one I was going to do for the day. So right now, Todd Bowles would be the coach to take if I was going to go for best record, but I go with Dan Quinn, which is, I do believe, the second best record out of all of them. So maybe this is what you guys have to do. Take the second best record. So we get Williams right there, 93 overall. We go into the next round, we get a couple of 89s, and I decide, you know what, left linebacker is kind of hard to get, and I feel like DT is a little bit easier. We enter into a signature round, and I'm like, all right, Ed Reed easily. And I'm like, please give me another elite round, and we do. We get another signature round. And right here, I'm thinking 97 overall, so high. I would like to take Adam Jones, but I go with Tony Gonzalez. And I think coming up here in a second, I thought I was going to get screwed, because you're going to see here, we get a couple more elites, 87, 87, 86. We take Devin McCourty, and then we get a gold round, and I'm thinking to myself, damn, you got to be kidding me. All right, fine, I'll take a right tackle. You don't really see too many of those anyways. And then we get this round. We get the Michael Egnew round, 95 overall. We had just taken a tight end, and I thought it was going to screw me, but I took Alan Hearns, and I think it paid off pretty well, because the next couple of rounds are crazy, and dare I say they were lit. So we got Torrey Smith, Bud Dupree, 95 overall, and I'm thinking to myself, receivers are a little bit easier to find, I do believe, so let's go ahead and take Bud Dupree. And then entering into the next round, we see a couple of more elites here, and Muhammad Wilkerson. This is the key to me being 88 overall, and I'll show you why here in a minute. So we take Muhammad Wilkerson, we see Ronald Darby there, of course, 85 overall. We do not have a cornerback, so everything's panning out. We got almost an elite player at every position. Enter into this round now. We already have a safety, already have a left end, and I'm going to go ahead, and I almost took Mario Williams. You can see me thinking about it. Like, should I take Mario? But I take Shane Scove, which I've said in every Draft Champions video I've done. I get Shane Scove all the time, and it actually paid off for me. So Clinton Portis, we get a legend in round 12. Another elite round. A couple of 90 overall guys. 91 overall, actually, Logan Ryan. And that gives me 2 elite cornerbacks, an elite at left end, DT, couple of linebacker positions. We get a Super Bowl round. Aaron Rodgers, 97 overall. We do not have a quarterback. We take Aaron Rodgers. We're still at an 87, and we get the legend round at the end, and Jason Taylor is going to be the pick. I was thinking about it. I'm like, I already have a quarterback, already have a running back. We got to move Jason Taylor over to one of the other, end positions, one of the D-end positions, and I wasn't sure if it was going to give me an 88 overall, but I was very, very surprised to see that it did. And I really didn't want to do this video, giving away that I got the 88 overall, but I want a lot of people to see it. I want a lot of people to know that it's actually possible, for those that, think that it's just really, really hard to do, which it is. I mean, it's definitely hard to do. I've done this almost every day for the past month, and we finally got to at least 87, and to my surprise, we got 88. So we see that we put Muhammad Wilkerson over there at left end. We go ahead and we put Jason Taylor, my mom's favorite player of all time, on the Miami Dolphins, over to right end. And we see the overall go up 1, which is exactly what we wanted. 88 overall draft, baby. We finally did it. And for me, it's just like an accomplishment that I've been trying to do for so long, like I said. Some people may not think it's the coolest thing in the world, but to me, I love Draft Champions. Draft Champions is one of my favorite things in Madden. I'm so happy they added it, because with the whole draft duels thing we had in Madden 13, that didn't really pan out, and it was kind of glitchy, and they had to just get rid of it. They never brought it back, and to see something like this where you could just draft a team and have fun with your friends, or take it into ranked, or go into just head-to-head and just compete to get better cards and packs and stuff like that. Draft Champions is such a good idea, and I'm just so happy it's there. And I just want to, you know, give a shout out to EA. I never really do that, but I want to give a shout out to EA for bringing up Draft Champions, and I hope it gets even better in the future. I hope they escalate it to, you know, higher and higher heights and make it the best it could possibly be. But that's going to be the 88 overall draft, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy. Go ahead, spam that like button, share it with your friends, tell people that it is possible to get 88 overall, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.